Alright, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Forderbergen, coming to you live from Ravenscar, my backyard. I'm home. I can tell I'm home because everything's hot, and it feels like everything's falling apart. So somehow, while I was gone, the chest freezer got unplugged in our house and was unnoticed by several family members who had been home for several days and just didn't notice. Hey Chris, good morning. Charles, good morning. James, hello. Yep, another day, not enough dollars. Ain't that the truth? Hey, Cinnamon, good morning. Ooh, Pam, okay. Very wet Santa Fe. Are you in the monsoon season out there? It's feeling rainy here. Definitely humid. Hey, Charles, good morning. Laura, hello, hello. Okay, so one of the things I do is I have a layer of 2-liter bottles of water on the bottom of the freezer and also dispersed throughout because I trust nothing. And so it actually ended up, I only lost about half the stuff in the freezer. Going through it, most of it, the lower end stuff, or the bottom stuff, was still frozen, but a lot of meat was not. Some of the meat was not. Mainly what we lost were like all the frozen pizzas, the lasagna, frozen lasagna, basically everything that Mrs. Weather cooks, we lost. Hey, Jonathan, good morning. Still in Facebook, Joel. Oh, down the road from you, maybe the next target, most definitely. Looking at the clouds. Rain's gonna fall. Wow, man, everyone's showing up here. Hey, Diane. Good morning. Getting ready to teach. Yep. Cool. Hey, Chris. Good morning, Chris. Late to the party today. That's okay. You're here. And actually, it seems like, man, like everyone showed up really fast. So we got 22 people watching already. I'm telling you right now, though, Chris, there are days when I want to be on the boat with you rather than anything else, because okay, so since just to follow up that statement, sitting in the airport yesterday, got the QC results from the latest attempt, so this is now the third attempt to make the blood pressure pill. Whatever is going on, they again failed. They could not get the homogeneous mixture of the different components. I don't know what's going on. So at this point, the blood pressure pill once again is delayed. So I'm reaching out to this other toll manufacturer, the one that just kicked ass with the uric acid pill, just here in spring. And they are going to try and do like an emergency batch of about 100 bottles for us, so we can at least, keep the subscribers happy. So anyway, yeah. No, someone, good morning, Doc. What happened? Did you lose electric power? No. Somehow the freezer was unplugged. Someone unplugged the freezer. So, hey Diana. So here's how yesterday went. And in light of what you all have been through, it's nothing. But it's still, Chris is thinking, I just want to get on a boat and go away. Get to my car. I parked in the Eco Park at IAH. I've just gotten the news that the blood pressure pill has failed. Get in the car, start driving, leave the lot, and I notice, wait a minute, my windshield is broken. So in the driver's side lower part from the base of the windshield up about 8 inches, there's a big long crack. And I'm thinking, there was no crack there when I parked. What the hell happened? And it's like, well, damn it. And then I'm driving home, and I get home, and I'm ready to see younger Weather and Mrs. Weather, who are in the, daughter-mother test of wills. Let's call it that. Let's call it a test of wills. And so the warm, happy greeting I was looking forward to did not happen because there was a test of wills going on. Okay, great. And then younger Weather, normally we have pizza every Monday, and younger Weather, one of the things was, I don't like pizza. How do you not like pizza? Okay, you don't like pizza. So Mrs. Weather goes to the freezer, opens up, and is digging around to find something else to make. And while she's doing that, I'm looking over there, and I'm going, okay, the light isn't on the freezer, and there's water dripping from the lid. And I go over and look, and the whole top layer of everything is defrosted, everything is melted, there's water over everything, and Mrs. Weather is digging around looking for food, and it's like, the freezer, what's going on with the freezer? And she's like, what? Anyway. So, yeah, even digging in the defrosted food, she did not realize the freezer was. All right, I'm back. I'm good. All's good. Hey, Henry. Good morning. Good morning and driving. Get back to work, and the COVID thing is done. All right. I did notice that the trend was this plummeting again here in Texas. Check the Texas COVID dashboard. Yep, something that's really great to climb on a boat and check out from society for a while. Most definitely. Kind of remind, even like, on the oil rig days when you're out there and you're just kind of, you're doing the job, you're working your ass off, you're with, a group that are 80% good and 20% crap, but, that's normal society. And, at the end of the day, you're just tired and exhausted, you climb into the bunk and you sleep, and then you get up the next day and, you do that for 5 or 6 days, and, yeah. Anyway. Okay. Hey, Gerardo. Good morning. All right, Chris, do you need to put in an outlet that holds the plug-in more snug? See, I don't know, because it's in there really tight. I'm furious, but I'm trying to figure out how the plug got unplugged, why the plug got unplugged, and why no one noticed it. Ooh, Gigi, okay, so excited. My soapberry has berries ready for collection. My father used to tell me stories how his grandmother would send him to forage for them. So I'm assuming to use as a soap, right? Remember, the secret is to use soft water. So like rainwater is good. Most city water and a lot of well water has too much magnesium in it, which is actually good for us, but bad for soap, because soap screws up the magnesium and calcium, the covalent, the +2 ions tie up soap and make soap scum. So if you're going to do soap with it, try it with rainwater. Ooh, you got a bunch of the vine, peach, mango, melon seeds. So did you try it? Are they tasting pretty good? Yep, James, we live in the Gulf Coast, Doc. When it rains, it hurricanes. Most definitely. Bird. 4 cases in my youngest school yesterday, trying not to freak out. Laura, look at the actual statistics on kids and COVID. Oh, Chris, yes, reading Moby Dick has always made me interested in going to sea. I loved that book. And most definitely. I remember reading, actually I read it for fun when I was in college. But, yeah, the detail and all that was really, really, really good. Ooh, Sharon spent 21 hours on a boat bass fishing over 2 days last weekend. Exhausted refreshment. That sounds nice. No, Donna, because of the way our house is designed, the freezer is actually in our entryway. So you come in, you hang your coats there, the chest freezer's there. Mrs. Weather's cool painting that she always liked is up above it. It's right there in our entryway. And water was oozing out the bottom and everything, you know, from the defrosted ice. And hey, Kimberlyn, good morning from San Antonio. What's the weather like there? You getting the rain? Dorado. Okay. I had my city water tested as moderate hard. Should I get a softener system? I don't think so. The main reason for getting a water softener is to avoid soap scum, and B, avoid deposits slowly building up in the plumbing. But nowadays, even that isn't a really big deal. It's an aesthetics thing. If you don't mind your faucets and sinks needing to be scrubbed every so often with a little bit of vinegar, I wouldn't do the water softener. Personally, I don't like the way the water softener I don't like the way it feels. Like if you've ever gone someplace and you're used to hard water and you got all your soap and everything, and you go to someplace with soft water and you get all soapy, and then it feels like no matter how much you rinse, you're still slimy. It's because the soap is doing something different chemically, and I'm not going to go into what. But my personal preference, I prefer hard water. I think it tastes better. I think it's better for you. And I don't mind a little soap scum and a little, calcium deposits on the sink. I'll just clean that out every so often. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Good morning. Miss you. Miss you. It was good seeing you. Mom, you were actually looking great. Dad, too. Dad, you always look great. Okay, so the melons, the wild melons are kind of cantaloupe-y like. Ooh, science. Okay. Hold on. Not going to be a puppet, but it's going to be a demonstration here. Okay. I need a knife. I don't have a knife. I'll be right back. Okay, science in the morning, Tuesday morning science class. Here, we have a soap molecule. So this part, this long green part, this is a big greasy molecule. It's just a bunch of carbons and hydrogens in a row that, because it's think of it like an oil, vegetable oil or something like that. It does not like to be in water, but it does like to be in dirt and grease and grime. So remember, like dissolves like. So this part really likes to be in grease and grime and fats and all the gunk that we get on us. Meanwhile, this end is what we call polar. And I don't mean Arctic. I mean it has a very strong positive or negative charge. So it does, being a polar thing, it has, it's like it ends in an ion here. Usually it's some sort of acid, a fatty acid sort of thing. And so this part, the flower part, it's very water soluble. It loves being in water. It does not like being in grease. Again, going to like dissolves like. This part really, really, really likes to be in water. This part does not. So what happens then, when you put this in water and this floats around, and this part is all like clumped up on itself because it's trying to avoid the water. It's like, yeah, water. Whereas this is going, yay, water, water, yay. And what happens though, then this part, it finds some grease and it slithers in and around it. Like so. See that? Slithering in and around it. And kind of breaks it apart. It kind of weasels in there and pushes some of the parts away. And now this water thing is going, you know, I don't like this grease. And so a bunch of water comes here, let us take you from there. And the water takes it away, but in doing so, it takes the chunk of grease that it was wrapped around. So what you have is this part wrapped around a minuscule piece of dirt and grease and grime and gunk, and this part going up into the water again, pulling this with it, and then it flows away. So you have the water-soluble polar end, you have the non-water-soluble greasy end that intertwines with the grease, grime, gunk, breaking it up because it's trying to wiggle in there. It's kind of like a puppy coming in to sleep between the parents, sort of thing. Get in there in between, and in doing so, it kind of breaks it away from the bigger gunk chunk, and then the water will drag the head away, and it will take this with it. So there you go. Tuesday morning science class. Does that make sense? Could I buy distilled water? No idea when it will rain here. Yes, distilled water would be a good choice. Hey, Nina. Good morning. Yes, good morning. A little tardy. What got unplugged? Our freezer. Somehow over the weekend, while I was gone, the freezer got unplugged. And no one seems to know why it got unplugged, and we lost a bunch of stuff. Ooh, Melanie. Hey, Melanie. I'm here unexpectedly. No one expects the Melanie Black. I was supposed to pick up an empty trailer at the truck yard, but they don't have any, so they are trying to locate one for me now. Ooh, Melanie, so what are your thoughts on the proclaimed truck driver shortage? Is that one of the things that's really causing the supply chain stuff? Yep. I'm more frustrated that parents refuse to keep sick kids at home. Most cases are kindergarten kids here. Yeah, there is that. If you're sick or if your kids are sick, stay home. Oh, Carol, welcome back. We are unloading 70 bales of hay today. Winter is coming. Most definitely. Not a fun time. Hey, Bonnie. Good morning. Yep. Melanie, yeah. Soft water feels greasy. It's weird. I approve of that decision, Gerardo. I'll get the kidney pill instead of the softener system. Most definitely. Because one of the things, like I said, most people are deficient in magnesium. And one of the things a water softener does, it takes out the magnesium. So it just adds to that problem. Hey, Holly. Good morning. Ula, hello. Holly, it's been a few days, hasn't it, Holly, since you've been here? Hey, BJ. And I'm assuming Bo. Hey, Bo. Bernice, good morning. Polar is so pretty. Yep. I agree. Hey, Tina. Good morning. Oh, mosquito. Yep, this is the way. My son kept his son home and the whole family came down with COVID-19, even though he was the only one in the family that didn't get it. Yep, that's kind of the way you got to do it. Hey, Roxana. Everyone's putting up soap molecules in their mornings, so yeah. Yep, antiseptics are the world's best invention. I will say metal pots are right up there, and the ability to boil water, basically soap and the ability to conveniently boil water were some of the biggest health improvements, and then followed by the antibiotics. Hey, Wolf, thank you. I was going to say it's good to be home, but it wasn't a great homecoming. But again, in the scheme of things, minor. Yeah, Charles. Okay, power strip hooked to a digital clock and refrigerator freezer, and if something unhooks power strip, then lighted clocks off and get my attention like the freezer light off. The e-vacuum where people can move anything. There we go. I was, yeah, after that happened, I was thinking I need to I like the alarm clock or the digital clock sort of thing. I was just thinking a light bulb or a lamp that shares the same thing. But the problem is, if you still got a thing there. So what I'm looking at now, actually, is they make the sensors, the alarms that go in the freezer, and alert you if something's not right. And so I think that's the way I got to go. Oh, Laura, I love science class. Mini Merriweather's World. Cool. Glad you like it. Oh, hey, Sean. The secret life of soap revealed. I think a lot of us don't want to know the secret life of soap. I'm just going to leave it at that. So, hey, Kathleen, good morning. So tomorrow is when you get the results? We are still thinking about you. Hopefully the endoscopy revealed something easy to fix. Oh, wow. Frost tried to get us late last night, narrowly avoided it. Meanwhile, here it's like icky. It's warm. What is it? What is it temperature-wise? It's not Minnesota, that's for sure. What do we got here? Oops. Holy moly. Okay, yeah, 75 degrees. In spring. Lots of rain coming. Which is a little scary because I got 2 classes this week. Hey, Missy! Good morning. Hello. Aww. The kids just found a dead baby rat snake. That sucks. Rat snakes are good. Any eagles or bears this morning, Missy? Missy is up in like semi-northern Minnesota. There are bears in her neighborhood. I think we talked about that yesterday, though. Hey, Dennis, good morning. All right, well, getting ready to run Sable to Hobby. Sable, hope you have a good trip, or a safe trip. I don't think this would be qualified in any way, shape, or form as a good trip. But take care. Let Wolf tell us tomorrow if, everything's good that you're home. In the nice, cool Maine. There you go. Hey, looking at this sunflower, I'm thinking wilding one side of the lawn. I say do it. Man, the bees love the wild sunflowers. Totally love the wild sunflowers. Jonathan, the women doing laundry in the river by the temple would brag about their laundry cleaner than others, is how the Roman figured out soap. I heard something about that. I believe you're right, Jonathan. They figured that out. Hey, Tiffany, good morning. How are you? Dina, hello. All right, can you bring me up to speed on the soap topic? So someone has soap berries, and the thing with soap berries, they have natural soap in them, but if you mix them with hard water, So if you mix them with hard water, I need a rock. Okay, so this polar head, it really likes water because it's charged and it's attracted to the water's charge. But if you got magnesium, the magnesium clumps onto it. I'm going to do this here. The magnesium clumps onto it, and now it's no longer soluble, and it falls out of the water. It's no longer floating around with the grease, floating the grease. It's now falling back out of solution and redepositing as soap scum. So we got your chunk of magnesium, well, a magnesium ion, not elemental magnesium, but a +2 charge. Or calcium, either or, they'll glom onto this and block it from the water taking it. So there we go. So up to speed. So you need soft water, which is water that does not have magnesium or calcium in it. Ooh, Holly, I've been in Florida hanging on rivers and lakes and beaches with a family I haven't seen in years. My soul is full of peace. Nice, nice. What part of Florida? Multiple parts of Florida? Ooh, yes. Gene, I was in Page area this weekend and saw a sign for Texas Viking Festival. Have you heard of it? Have you been there? Heard of it and following it? I think this is what, like its third year? It's not that old. And I've been wanting to go, but they always announce it. Like my classes, I'm booked up 8 months in advance. And so when things pop up, it's like, I can't go because I'm already doing this. But yeah, it's on my list of things to do. Go figure. Okay, I forgot to tell you, the school sent a truancy officer to the house for the grandson. Hopefully once they explained the whole COVID thing, they went, okay, not a problem. Wow. Okay, apples got dropped off yesterday. Laura's up in Canada. They have apples. The delivery lady seemed afraid of my leggy sunflowers I tried to grow over my walkway instead of up. She hugged her arms to herself and yelped when one touched her. Well, I mean, they are kind of rough and scraggly, and maybe she had just recently saw Day of the Triffids. The original, not the remake. The remake sucked. But yeah, the back in the late 60s, early 70s, maybe it was like late 60s, Day of the Triffids. Check that out. Okay, Melanie, there's not a shortage per se. It's a shortage of drivers willing to work in terrible conditions for crappy pay. There's a lot of turnover at some of these companies. The shipping problems are being blamed on the truckers, but it's more complicated than that. That makes a lot of sense. When I show up to pick something up and I have to wait for 4 hours and the next day they have to have it ready, then it's going to be late and it's easier just to blame the driver. Now, for instance, in ports in California, they don't run 24 hours, and then you hit the limit of characters. Okay, so 11 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. All right, Tiffany, I listened to an old doctor that mentioned iodine fell out of favor once antibiotics came in. Both are necessary. Yeah, the one issue with iodine, it's very, very, very potent. Excuse me. But it is somewhat damaging to the healthy tissue, too. So there's trade-offs. Okay, is there a way to use berries to make bars of soap rather than just leaving it as a liquid? Has anyone used these berries before? Sorry, we got smoke in the sky over there. A little disturbing. As a bar, the only real way you would have to, well, there's two ways of doing it. You could emulsify. You could make a. Long story short, no. There's no real good way of making a bar other than maybe pressing it and dehydrating it. But I would no. Any way of making it into a bar would actually require a lot of effort. You would basically probably have to like simmer the berries for a while, get all the soap molecules out of them, then strain out the plant material, and then boil down the water until it turned into a thick mass and eventually got down to a bar. But the amount of soap that you would get would be pretty small unless you have lots and lots and lots of berries. The one cool thing about soap is it actually usually doesn't take much. And it doesn't take many of the soap molecules to really actually get things clean. And so you're probably better off just letting the berries dry and then mashing them and rehydrating them when you're ready to go, and then use the water that you rehydrated them in. Yep, freezer alarms are cheap insurance, most definitely. I've learned my lesson. Diane, we have one of those scientific fridge alarms that pharmacy uses. That works well. I need to look into that. Ooh, so it's nasty up there in Alvin? Okay. All right, Millie. It's like today. I should be in Baytown picking up a load already, but I'm waiting for an empty trailer before I can even head over there. Oofta. So according to my mom, I say oofta more than the average Minnesotan. Ooh, Kiri. Cloudy, foggy. How am I supposed to bake a butternut squash in my sun oven? Don't know. All right, Missy, no bears. I guess I kind of hope it stays that way. Yeah. Your dog, I wonder, has your dog encountered bears? Missy has a herding dog. And, like, I was up there in her place on Saturday, and the dog was herding us around. It was quite funny. But I'm thinking trying to herd a bear may not go over so well. Oh, man. Okay. They found me a trailer in Dayton, so I have to run up to Dayton to get the trailer just to take it to Baytown and then try to get to Kansas by tomorrow or the shipment will be late. We'll be late. Gotta go. All right. Safe travels, Melanie. I will be Spain, but she has to go back to Smith & Wesson. That's right. She works for Smith & Wesson. I don't know if I could get a discount. No. Okay. Andrea, extremely foggy on my way to work. Those lonely country back roads are scary with deer and hogs. Most definitely. So, don't hit a deer, don't hit a hog. And between the two, actually they would both suck. I wouldn't want to hit either of them. Okay, so, yes. I basically knew how soap works, but I haven't ever used a soap berry. Is there a process on how to harvest and use? Pick the berry. And you can let it dry some and just mash it up, and the soap will be released from the berry flesh. And again, in soft water, you can get a lather out of it. Okay. Ooh, Bonnie, I got a clean bill of health from the knee doctor. He is really happy with my range of motion. Yay! Left knee surgery in November. But cool. Hey, good morning, Natalie. How are you today? Chris, I get my magnesium from my Epsom soak after having to remove a huge fallen branch with an undersized bow saw. I'm still sore. That I can believe. You are using muscles that probably haven't been used in a while in that particular range of motion. Good choice on the Epsom salt soak, though. Very, very good. Whoop. It is 7:50. You know what? Let's jump right into the group take. You got your bottles? Yay! Group take, group take. The immune pill. Keep it going. Oh, that's my... I'm empty. The brain pill. Breathe in deep. Come on, you. The liver pill. Gotta keep that liver. The uric acid pill, which thankfully I don't need. The blood pressure pill, which again, like I said, they tried a third time, still could not get the homogeneous mixture we need, so it's an equal dosage across the pills. So we're looking at another manufacturer to try and make it for us, make an emergency batch. They did really good on the uric acid pill. So the blood pressure pill is still delayed. So out of sympathy, I'm not going to take one. You know, I'm going to take a Serenity pill today. I think I need one. No, I got a big podcast. I need to be edgy. So I guess I'm going to hold off. I'll take the Serenity pill after the podcast. There we go. The libido pill. You would think absence makes the heart score fun. Well, anyway. All right. And the Stonebreaker pill. Always good for that. Come on, you. Oh, it tastes good. All right. Wow. And hey, Danny Paulson, if you're out there, say hi. Missy said hi. Sean said hi. Geek Dice. Sean Willicke. You remember him. So, come on, man. Speak up. Good morning, tribe. Have a great day, everyone. Junior high kids are on my last nerve already this week. Please send prayers my way. Dear Lord, please give the older the strength and wisdom they need to deal with the younger. Amen. Ooh, Donna, we have volunteer basil all over our yard, and the bees and hummingbirds love it. We have so much, there's always some blooming. Cool, cool, cool. Laura, the adults stop and look at my wild garden, seem confused. The children love it, though. They get all excited about the variety of different things, which is what I was going for. We live next to a school, so hundreds of kids walk past the house every day. Awesome. Yeah, it's probably the closest a lot of them ever get to nature. Okay, isn't there a way to tell direction when in the woods by what side of the tree the fungi or moss grows on? I'm thinking there was a saying like that. I just can't remember. Okay, so what you're talking about, Bo, there is moss grows on the north side of trees. Air quotes here. The reasoning being is moss needs a moist area. The north side of the tree is usually always damper than the other three sides of the trees because they get the morning sun, the afternoon sun, and the evening sun. But the north side never gets sunlight, so it remains damp and moss grows. This is not a very good way of seeing things, especially if you're in a very shady woods where no side of the tree ever gets exposed to sunlight. Then all sides of the tree will have moss on it, or if a side of the tree is always shaded, you may have moss on the north side and the shaded side. But yeah, it was believed that moss only grows on the north side of trees because it's never exposed to sun and always stays damp. And wow, I cannot speak this morning. But yeah, that is not a trustworthy guide. Oh, Bo, read Nesmuk's. What is it? Nesmuk's On Camping? And he actually has like a whole chapter devoted to that, where it does and doesn't actually work. Short chapter. But Nesmuk. Oh, wait. No, Kephart. Actually, read both. Read Nesmuk's, Nessmuck, Nesmuk. His book on bushcraft and wildcrafting and all that. And then Kephart. Kephart. I'll try and remember post links, but excellent books on being in the woods. Yes, it is the magnesium and Epsom salts, Laura, that makes your muscles stop hurting. Ooh, they are moonwalker sunflowers, and they definitely will try and walk across the walkways. Yep, that's what I got going on here too. They just kind of flop over. Yep, stock up. Better get your toilet paper. The vice principal knew he was out with the family having COVID, and yet they still sent the truant officer. Maybe the principal doesn't like the truant officer. Just a theory there. Just a theory. Okay, thanks. I keep thinking that soap may have been discovered in the fire area by early man. To make soap, you take water, preferably soft, fat, fat and lye. They're all fine in the fire pit after rain. Exactly. In fact, the question is, well, yeah, they used to, a lot of different cultures would use wood ash as a cleaning agent, not realizing that that's exactly what they were doing. They were taking the lye from the wood ash, and it was actually combining with the fats and oils on the skin to form soap there in situ and help get clean. Ooh, yes, multiple parts, mostly central. Dunleon, the Rainbow River, is one of the best examples of residents working hard to keep the ecological balance intact. Awesome. All right. Yep, Laura, have y'all heard of the soap area? In fact, that's what led to the discussion on soap and a chemistry lesson on soap molecules and all that. So yeah, someone was asking about soap berries. James, the smoke is just me fuming. Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, I understand the trucker shortage. It seems like nobody wants to pay what people are worth and care about the employees. Yep. And then the latest thing was that, I don't know if you saw the news, the inflation rate has now basically rendered the $15 an hour wage useless. So, bad things going on. And a Trifid that spits poison and kills like science fiction. Double feature with Manrex and built a creature. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't know all the words to that, but we're singing Rocky Horror now. Okay. Ooh, speaking of simmering berries over Texas heat, and I'm over Texas heat and looking forward to fall temperatures. Yep, I think we all are. We had that brief taste. Wow, it is getting really gray here. Sorry. Yeah, we had that little taste of it, and now we want more, which would make me break into another Rocky Horror song, I guess. Yep, freezers are wonderful until they're not. Hey, Nicole. Good morning. Hey, I'm a little mad at your mom. Why didn't she come to the class reunion? Ask her. Tell her people were asking about her. People want to see your mom. Okay, good. Yeah. I wonder if you can, bear-proof your dog. Teach your dog, yeah, these big brown things, big black things, don't bark at them. Go in the house, alert mommy, and yeah, don't try and herd it into the garage or anything like that. Oh, Kimberlin, yes, especially after the trip to Oregon, I can't wait for cooler temperatures. Man, it probably doesn't change for you, but it's actually starting to get a little dark out. Oh wow, it's 7:59. Okay, soap made in the colonial days was a liquid to make in a bar from. They would add salt, but homesteads wouldn't waste their salt on bars unless it was for resale. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ooh, Andrea, I've hit both deer and hogs. I've gone through 6 cars in 10 years. Oh, your insurance company must love you. And that's one of the basically deer are becoming the most deadly animal in North America anyway, because of the car accidents. All right, 8 a.m. Let's see. Oh, okay. Laura, gardening know-how, ornamental trees, soapberry tree growing. Cool. Ooh, okay, Laura, taking my oldest away for her birthday weekend. We aren't camping. Moose rutting season is a terrible time to camp in a remote forest. Booking an off-grid cabin, though. Okay, that sounds awesome. Okay. Okay, my grandmother tells me blood thinners are hard on kidneys. Would uric acid pill be something to help? So probably not. The uric acid actually has a diuretic. I would go with the Stonebreaker. So the Stonebreaker is designed to help maintain and keep the kidneys healthy, among keeping them flushed. So look into the Stonebreaker. It is raining. Okay. Quick jump here. Okay. Ooh. Gigi, my husband and I had COVID January 2020. Now I only have use of a left lung. Yee. Right doesn't inflate like it should. I wake up with headaches almost every day. So you're getting oxygen deprivation. Was sick from January 3rd until February 22nd, but at least I made it through. Stayed home the whole time. Yowza. Ooh, that would be cool. Doc, you should totally do a wild episode on Good Mythical Morning. Are they still around? I'm assuming they're still around. My kids love them, and we used to watch, lots of them, but then it just kind of fell out. Okay, it is 8:01. I'm sorry. I need to get going because I got a bunch of stuff I need to do, so now I'm talking really fast so I can get through all this and get all this stuff going, because I do have a 3-hour podcast I'm doing later today, and then a whole bunch of Medicine Man stuff that needs to get done because I didn't do it while I was gone. Well, I did some of it, but not enough of it, so I got to do that. And then I also got to figure out with the suppliers how to get the blood pressure pill built. Okay, so at this point, oofta. Gotta go. As much as I like hanging out here with you, if you pop over to the cantina, if you become a subscriber up above, you can go over to the cantina then, get in there. It's $2.49 a week, $2.49 a month to be part of all the people that hang out after the donut shop and keep conversations going. Just saying. At this point, though, really got to run. So, Mom, Dad, love you. Missy, love you. Dan, if you're out there, love you, man. Sean, love you, man. And any other of my classmates watching, love you. And, of course, love all of you, too. So, okay, we good? See you tomorrow. End broadcast.